Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha with Ice Cream Fitness here. Today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the subject of training to failure and muscle fiber recruitment. But hold on, let me give you guys a bicep shot first. Alright, a few decades ago, people came to a logical conclusion that was quite reasonable at the time, that when you train a muscle to failure, you recruit the most possible muscle fibers. However, the fact that people are still preaching this in 2012, now that we've been able to study it and disprove this with modern computers, modern testing equipment, and various scientific methods in exercise science, it's really absurd. There's no reason for people to think this anymore. It's been disproven quite some time back. And the reality is, there are a number of ways to recruit all available muscle fibers, and they have nothing to do with training to failure. Usually the only time training to failure recruits all available muscle fibers as an actual tool is when you are doing very, very light weights, less than 60% of your 1 rep max, which is even lower than what most people consider to be the hypertrophy range, which is also a theory I don't believe in. So very quickly, the way that you can recruit all available muscle fibers and all fiber types through the entire range in any given set is through sheer intensity, which means anytime you lift more than 85% of your 1 rep max, you actually recruit all available muscle fibers, all muscle fiber types, all the way from the slow twitch all the way to the fastest fast twitch on every single rep that you complete, even the first rep. Now, when you start working with loads of 70% or more, which is the general hypertrophy range, it's usually the 8 to 12 rep ranges with 70% of your max, you actually recruit all available muscle fibers and motor units generally by around the 5th rep with that weight. So going beyond that, you're inducing metabolic inroads and you're still recruiting the same fibers over and over again, but you aren't necessarily recruiting new muscle fibers past that point. And then one of the third ways that you do so while not reaching anywhere near failure is with dynamic effort work. You can actually recruit all available muscle fibers with weights as low as 40 to 50% of your max if you are doing speed work, which is something I've covered in other videos. But doing speed work, which means you're moving the bar as quickly as humanly possible and you're moving at a very, very fast bar speed and explosively, you can actually recruit all available muscle fibers on every single rep with very light weights. So those are the 3 ways that you can do it. All right, guys, I hope this has been informative, and in the near future, I'm going to touch up on the topic of training to failure versus not training to failure quite a bit more, and I'm going to get a bit more into the science and the methodology that is used in exercise science with professional athletes today. But that's really all I can cover on that today for you guys. So I hope it has been helpful to you, and I will talk to you next time.